Hello, I'm Brian C. Mears, and this is Expressions of Light Language. In today's video, we're going to do an entire chakra balancing. Now, we've already done the individuals, all the 7 that are in the body, the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown. In addition, we've also done the Earth Star Chakra, which is 12 to 18 inches below our feet, and the Soul Star Chakra, which is 12 to 18 inches above our head. So we're going to do this entire channeling to be able to bring balance into all of them. I'm not going to go into all the details of all the chakras and what they do. Those are what the previous videos were for, to give some information around that. So we're just going to dive straight into the light language today. And we're going to start with the breathing method that I prefer, which is the puff method. So please place one hand on your heart. The other one, the thumb, goes gently into the umbilicus, and the palm rests on the lower abdomen. This is where the sacral chakra happens to be. No pressure on the umbilicus itself, just that's the placeholder so we know where the hand has to go. Okay. The puff method of breathing is that we're going to breathe in with a puff, and then we're going to hold naturally. And when the body says it's time to breathe out, we don't force it, we just release, and then we do a puff, and then we hold again. Okay. And these 2 holding spaces that we have actually help to be able to reset the central nervous system, which helps the light language to become more effective. At least that's been my experience. It also helps to just down-regulate the human experience from the sympathetic nervous system of fight or flight into the parasympathetic of rest and digest. And that is the number 1 space. The sympathetic nervous system is where we end up becoming out of balance because we're stressed about something. Most of us don't come across a bear on a regular basis, but we certainly come across plenty of life event stresses. And the old part of our brain doesn't know the difference in between lifestyle stress and life-threatening stress. It just reads stress. And from my experience as an acupuncturist for over 20 years, I've seen that most Americans are addicted to stress, and we've turned it into an art form. So we get all sorts of out of balance trying to deal with stresses that may or may not exist, stories that we tell ourselves. And part of this is being able to down-regulate all of that and allow ourselves to have a moment of alignment where we can just be one with ourself, with our energetic centers, and be able to find a new and a healthy way forward. Not looking, not projecting what's there, but just be present where we're at. So the next step becomes more clear that we need to take. Okay, so again, hand on the heart. Other one goes on the lower abdomen, and we're going to breathe. We're going to breathe in with a puff, hold. Breathe out with a puff, hold. We're going to do this 3 times. Breathing in, puff, hold. Breathing out, puff, hold. Breathing in, puff, hold. Continue breathing as you choose. The puff method I prefer. However breathing naturally feels to you is certainly fine. Breathing out, puff, hold. Breathing in, puff. Shumokoto sate shinata, tamoroko sate shineketa moho, gataramokota isite geisata. Welcome and thank you for joining me. Kamarakato hota moisirete kamotoko sate. Tamarakoto mokosate. We're going to start with the Earth Star Chakra. Karako mohotoko sate. Place your intention down in your feet, your focus. Feel your feet on the ground, however you are feeling, touching the ground. If you're sitting, whatever surface is touching the earth. Kamarokotoko mohosite geisekata mohoto. Mohoto kasareta karamokotai terichina takamohotai sheneta morokotai cheriti. Jidai ramorokotai saraka morokai sarakaramokota kaishika. This is calling a sacred space for you to receive this channel from. Kamarakataka mohoto kachina katamohota iti ramokotai te kishina katamokoto. Mokotoko sokota shineketa mohaite kiri ramokoto kaisete keiteke. Moving up to the root. Karamokoto kaisete mohota karamokota dirata. Tadira karamokota serita mozarata mohoto dai. Tamorohosa takaiseri niramorokai terina mokotai katamohoto. Apparently we're introducing each of the chakras before we end up with a line. We're going to the sacral. Mohota marokota moto. Mohoto ramorokotai ramorokotai shirinina morokata ramokoto. Karamokoto ko solar plexus. Kishi ramokota tetsaramokaite. Mokaite shini shinita ramoko to moroko sarata shinina hotaka mohota tiri shinina hamoto kotitis nata dishina hata kamohoto into the heart kamarakatikiti moroko kaskarakata mokotaite. Bukorokumoho Sidishina Morogata Romokota Mohota Morogata Senakatako Hotrokis Katakaramoho Toko Seriti Data. The heat Arakuromo is around Romogo data Sinina Mohodai, the Girakar Morogata Serekar Morogotai, Morogotai Seret Karshamogota Kashikit Komo Kotherai, Kate Mo Toko Titi, DC Hat Kermoho, Rakatakamoho, Ragatamoko, Rockatakamoho, Takati, Kamarakata the I can't get English. The crown, the Gromogo, the Romoro, the Shiri, the Ramokata, Tira, Rogata, Mota, Tira, Tapo, and the soul star chakra, Kitamo, the Ramarakata, Morokoto, Mosidi, Shirina, Mohota, Morota, Morokoto, Mohoso, Rokosanamoto, Tai, Mohota, Moroto, Moroko, Mohosa, Tata, down back to the Earth Star Shaka, Ramoho, DC, Shinamoho, Takataramoho, Takari, Mohora, Taramoko, Tashiri, Shinaka, Mota, Mohoto, Katashini, Teramoko, Tata, Mokotai Shinikiti Mohota. This is reinforcing your connection with the Earth, Kamaroko Takashini, Namoro, and with the heavens, Kamarakata, Marakadina Mohoto. Chimhoto, Morokota, Morokota. Strengthening our personal baba morokota sinurokata yamorokata shinina damo kaitera tama kamarata morokota shinida ramo kaitere kamoga serata mohoda karamohoto shiridi amo katamoho senata mokaiteri ramorokate namo tamarata senata mohoshide. The sacred bubble has been created. Kamarakoto mohoto seretakamo. Breathing in. Puff. Hold. Breathing out. Kamoroko sete shinita kramorokata shirakamore. Right into the root. Ishirida morokoto morokatai seretamota. Motai serete shiniri kishina morokatai irigishina kamorokoto moho takashini da moroko marakate seneta mohoto. Mohoto kaserataramo sirishini morokata morokata shinina moroko. Arakata kosera katashini takamo dai dirmoko dai tirijamo dai dirmoko dai shinamo dai tichina oboto kai tinamate. Kamarakata ho romo seti shinata mo dai tinyamo dai ka no ate. Wati ishia no mohati ishira moroko. We slipped in the sacrum. Kidrakatamunko to kaiseri kitigi. Samarakata kasakomo kosikite shinakata mohoi tikitikamoai tikitigi. Kamarakata mo rakatakomohoto koseri de shanakara moroko takade morokoto moike de sinato mohota kajira mokotai titi titi ramarakatake moko takseri shirakan mohota kadide kramakoto kotai. Ukoto serai kaishine kirikero up in the solar plexus ki moda te nata. No hate sinata mohota the moda te kishinata moto. Lots of tension in here. Girmoko sedekate shinina ramohoto kaite. Mohokata shinata kamohoto kormohota kete. Mohokaite sinite kamoho sakachinina shinamate kita. Mahashikite ramokota isere kamoho sarashinina ramorokatai nina hate kamohoto. Mohoto karata ramohota kaitinina morataka. Takata sinata mo sarata ramokoto mohotaki. Into the heart, ira ramoko sate shikatike moate, kamoroko sakate shinakate moko natike moate. Zamaroko si shishinato komoho toko shike tike shike tekamo kaitika moko takichi ramokoto mokoto kaisere kitiki shikata komo katika moko takai kaisha moisha kamoroko moroko taiti moata. Tai moata, kamoroko taire de yamaroko sedekate, shikiti konkoto moite, mohoite, case the kataka throat, the moroko sokotoko sekatiki shikatai, mokotoka tiki tiki tika mokoto, aint, aine, ramoko taisete. I said the Damoro Kosa the Shinina Moro Katana up to the third eye, Kimoro Komosa Teshinitai, Shanina Kaimoro Komoro Kaide Kishina Kamoro Kosata, Kasara Kasana Komoro Kosarata Shinitina Mokoto Kaine Kaiseko Mokoto Kase, Sokosa to Kese Kitishina Kamoro Koseta Rakatakom, Rakatakomoro Kosa to Keshina Namo, Kaite Kinya Haitik, Rakatakomoro Kosata. Samara kosa to komoro kosa ratisha na kamara kote te. Tutoko sa tishinekete, mukotoko toko toko sa te kamaro kosa ta keisha na mokote up to the crown. Nishiera moroga shinia hate. Siaha moa siaha dia mogo si ramokota kite shinete mokaite se tekate. Se kisera kata mohota sena china mokaite na mokaite ki vata ka mohoto. Keep breathing. Gamaraka tara mohoto samoroko sa takesha nata moto kaite. Mohoto kaishire keishina kata moho karra kumoishi ate mohota kata morokai tirishinata. Tirishinata moroko taisana up to the solar star. Rishina kata mo the soul star. Kishina kata mokai. Moko taishini na moroko taisana kamoho taishini na mohota saraka mohota saratatai. Saratarshana moroka tishina kamoho kate ramokoto kaishiri na mohota. Mohota ka ramokota iseritashana kamoto kotidishina kate. Kamarakoto morokoto seriki shini kirina mohoti gishina kamaraka di rokataka mohoisigi and morokoto gishine na morokoto tina moto. Back to the Earth Star. Kamoto moto Maishiato Mogai Terinana Kamoto Kasa Takashi Nakamoto. Apparently we're just washing through the chakras. Kamorokoto Mohoto Seriteshi Nata Mogoto Kai Takeshi Nakamota Mukota Seriteshi Nakamohota Teramokoto Taramokota Sade into the root Gushini Nakama to a Kegel Karamako as you breathe in. Kegel pulling. Puff. Hold mohota for breathing out. Morokoto seratation and breathing of Pokota Morokota Shnitika Mota Tata. Puff, breathe. Kamarokoto Sotokosa to Kaisa to Komorokata, Morokata, Remoka, teacher, Mokai, Tedida Mohota, Demohoto, Kaisita Mohoto, Kaita Mohota, Tamarakoto Sotokosa to Koshini, Nina, Hanina, Kamorokota, Kashiniki, Kashinina Mokota, Shiriki into the Sacrum Kamata, Kinatakai, Kadai Shinikadira Mohoga, Terina, Moroko, Satation, Akate. Sakai Shigesha Namoka Taini Nikaina Kamoroko Taimeruko Satation Nakata Moroko to Satation Nakamoto Kasarake Sakai Tamotai. Mota Gaisin in a motor Kadiriki and Mokora Katiri Nakaisaka Kamoko Sakatishi Nakamoroko Takate Morai to Gesa Nakamoite. Oh, the solar plexus. Kamarakoto Satation Atakamoho Taitira Mohaiti Kiti. Tigi Shirakata Komoto Sarakata Mohota Shiri Deda Morokata Shiri Deda Moheti Shike Shikamoto Kotsake Karamakata Komohoto Simerushina Morokotation in a Mota Imota New Highness in a Mohaite Moto Tihamoto Kai Morota Shirina Mota I get a Mokaita Mohotai Modromudisinata Mokairi Moroko Sedata Mohoto Mohoto Sarata Shinina Mohota Kaisinina Kaishinina Kamuate Niaishia Hamuara Kato Hamo Kaisanata Mohosa Neshinata Mokaitana Mota Mohota Senata Sanata Kamoro Kaiseri Shanara Morokai and a Kamoko Taiseri Moroka Taisena Kamorokai Tete into the heart. Moro sarata shinite mohotoko, sena shinite romoroko, tarata moharite keishina kamoto. The Mahaisikamo, Samo Sheneta Mataikate, Mahaitiki Sinata Moroko to Shiri Lady Mohoite, Mohoite Kamorokai Sitikation Nakamota Katamo Takamato Go Sarate, Sarate Krakamohota Kisha, Muahiti Shinamuro, Komorokai Trinata. Tonight Shinamoka, the Shinata Moitia, the Mota today. The Mohaiti Shinata Kamohote Shinene Ramokota Senekishinacha Moahia Moroko Toka Sitika Satika Moate into the throat. Moho sinete ka morokoto sa koto komora ke te rahana ka moite ke nete moha te sa noa moa. Sa maha te ke sinete ka moho to ka mo kai sera moro ka taite. Ka marakata so te ko sinene ra krabo ai nia ha mo araka te sinete ti te mo te ne na te ne no moho to. Moho to sanata moho ta te jena no mo kai te mo kai te. Mo kai te rena mo hodoro mo koto te sinidi te la mo ai te ke ai sinida ke mo nye senate mo tate. Te mo tai se te te ra mo haite ka mo roko sata ke sata kai te into the third eye. Ki siri ramo ko te ka mo roko te ke dike te mo roko saka te mo roko te ke te mo roko te mo roko te ke. Oh, siri shini ra moro kata imero kata moro sakara moro kata zero moro che ye che cha me che kara moro kata moro ko sakara kara moro kata ke ro de ke moro kata ke me ke kara moro kata so ma ko ke me ke so no mo ko tai te Ukora sara ka mo ho tai te china te mo tai te mo ho to ka sti ke she mo tai te shi ro mo te mo ko tai te kiri kara moro ko so mo ko tai sara ka mo te ke che mo te kai te mo kai te shi ne ka mo ko to into the cranky chi di rek di ke mo ko se ke mo kai shi di mo ho ta mo ro te mo ra te te mo ko ta sara te mo ho te mo ro ko ta shi ne mo ko ta te sa mo kai te mo ho tai te mo ho ta shi ne no mo tai te shi mo ra ka te ji shi no mo ra ke ji mo ro ko sara mo shi Wow, you know, more 80 or Romanacadi. Gemiri shin ora shin mo ko tai te shin mo ko tai seri ge shi shamo to mo hai si chi mo ko ai shin mo tai ge shin ga ma ai ti mo ta ka ta mo ko so star ke shi ramo ko to mo ko to mo to ki na ma te Te meri ke di mo ko ro mo ke di mo ro ka ta se mo ro ka te mo ke di ro ko to ka sa ke se ka ta kai ni na ha te ke ti ra mo ko to se ti sa ta ka te ti se ra ta ra mo ho so ta ke shi na ka mo ro ko to ka ma ra ko to so ra mo ro ka ta shi ne ke shi na ta mo ko ta shi na ka mo ho to ka mo hai te shi ne ke shi mo ro ka ta mo hai te ke mo ka ta te mo ho Ai sai ho si mo ho si ke si ho mo ta ke si na mo ro ka ta mo te si ne mo ra ka mo te na ma ta na ma te si na mo ro ko sa mo ro ka ta mo ta te se na ta mo ra ta te te I got breathe si ro mo ro ka ta si mo ro ka ta breathe in the puff hold mo to breathe out puff hold eat this mo to go breathing in puff, hold. Aita moko taite aita moro kaisa te shinata. Breathe out. Puff. Hold. Kamoroko. Moroko. Ramorokoto. Breathing in. Puff. Hold. Romoroto. Satakatila Nakatamoko Seti China Nakatamokoto Kaseti Kitamarakati Makato Koseti Kase Takamoto Kosa Nakate Nata Kamoroko Sete. Sabarato Romoroko Seti Shinakatira Karamoko to Kosoro Romoroko Tisiri Namoroko Taisari Data Shinakamoho Takai Moroka Teshini Moroko Taisarakata Shine Karamoroko to America Moroko Taisani Motai Dai. The day did a moroko sanata moro sata te shamoite gaita molta gasate shinete. Shinete shana moroko ta moroko isrine na mohoite. Mohoite shanata moko ite shinene de moroko ta satake shinikai moroko to sarete shinina anaka moroko taite taite. Didikira moroko to sotakai shinamoroko taishana marata moroko tamaragade. Moroko saraka, moroko sake shine shina moroko taishine kete na mokota kete, chama kate ka mo hoto kata te shina kamo kota kishine kete kamo te de na mata te. Kemerikuru mani shini na moroko te la kara moroko to go saka shiri ar kamo kota shiriki. Tira hamo te ke se ta kamoto. Moho sata isere de na moroko isere kete moko. Back down into the earth star into the root into the sacrum into the solar plexus into the heart into the throat Into the third eye, Kirira Morokoto Sariti, Shinidi Morota Rakomosa Nation, and Morokata to the crown, Morokotis and Ramarokutigira Marakate, Gira de Morokota Seridi, Shinada Mohota, take it into the soul star, Kimira Kotomokotais, Tikes and Namakate. Breathe, puff, hold, breathe out, puff, hold. Breathe in, puff, hold. Breathe out, puff, hold. Last one. Breathing in, the puff, hold. Breathing out, the puff, hold. I do the puff breathing partially to be able to regulate in between light language and English. Apparently it's not working today. Tamarakato Sorokomoro, Satikation Nakamoto Gaiseri Namohota, Saratish Nandama, Tamarakoro Morokoto Seritation, Akatamohota Gaishina Nakamota, Iterida Morokoto, Mukoto Sarakate Senina, Morokoto Morokotini, Nakarina, Moroko, Morokoto Senina, Mukoto Satikes Taiki. Thank you, my friends. It's been beautiful for you to join me on this beautiful journey through the chakras. What's next for this channel, I don't know. Seems to be that this is well received. What's coming next, we'll see what the channel wants me to talk about next. If you have any suggestions on what you would like light language channeled for, please do leave a comment down below. Please feel free to listen to this as many times as you need to help balance out your chakras, to be able to clear out areas that you feel stagnation. And in fact, if you felt stagnation in one of those chakras specifically, I encourage you to go watch that video specifically. As far as the channeling that I had to be able to clear that out and open up that chakra to a better expression so that you can better connect to your own energetics and show up differently for yourself and for those around you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate your presence. Please like and share and make it a beautiful day. Until next time, I hope you illuminate brilliantly. Be well.